How you doing, guys? Welcome to my channel, Mets Season, where you get Mets content and MLB news from around the league. Today, I wanted to touch on the Nolan Arenado rumors to the St. Louis Cardinals. Just wanted to talk about that for a little bit and my thoughts on that. Um, so John Hyman obviously, tweeted out that the Cardinals and Rockies are engaged in talks. Um, I wanted to go over maybe some of the pieces that may be going to Colorado. Um, St. Louis has a pretty decent farm system. Their top four players, two out of the four are third basemen. So I would pretty much assure that one of those guys would be going back. Um, I feel like that if St. Louis is taking that huge contract that Arenado has, I don't think they'll be parting with too many pieces. But you never know. You never know what happens. You never know how desperate St. Louis is, and how the Rockies deal with the situation. So I wanted to go just basically over like the top four prospects uh, from St. Louis that can possibly be going to Colorado. And their top prospect is Dylan Carlson. He's ranked number 16 in the prospect list. He's a center fielder. Um, the second top prospect is Nolan Gorman, number 23 in all of the minor league prospect list. He's a third baseman. So, that's a name that you might want to, keep in mind if this deal ever goes through. The other guy is Matthew Liberator. He's number 43 on the MLB minor league prospect list. He's a pitcher. And the fourth guy is also a third baseman, Jordan Walker, number 92 in the minor league prospect list. So, they have four pretty good players there. Um, you know, I don't know. I doubt St. Louis is gonna part with all four. Like I said, they have to take on that huge contract. Um, Definitely, I could see one of those third basemen going. Um, for a guy that's a great ball player. A lot of people they think his numbers are gonna drop. Going from Colorado to St. Louis, he has pretty good stats career wise hitting in St. Louis. Me personally, I don't think his numbers are going to drop that much. I always look at approach. His approach is inside out the ball. He stays back on the ball, and that approach works anywhere and everywhere. Um, he averages about a 300 batting average, anywhere from 35 to 40 home runs, probably somewhere in between there, like 37, 38 on average. Um, he's hit the 130 mark on RBIs a couple of times, 118, 110, you know. So, I mean, what can his numbers drop to? He'll still be the best third baseman in baseball. Maybe 280 to 32 to 34 homers, 35 maybe still, 110 RBIs. So, those numbers are still great. Arenado's a great baseball player. And I just want to know if you St. Louis Cardinal fans are excited. I know a deal is not done, but I think it'll happen. I've always seen this kind of happening. I see him in St. Louis. I can see him doing well there. I can see him staying there after the season. I know he has the opt out after 2021. A lot of people think that he wants to go to the Dodgers, but St. Louis, I mean, they have a great fan base. They're always competitive. Management is always looking to upgrade, you know, the team, and him and Goldschmidt, they'll be hitting together, whether it's 3-4. Whoever bats third and whoever bats cleanup, that's on them. But they'll be hitting in those two spots. I'm sure about that. And we'll see. I just want to hear what you Cardinal fans and Rocky fans think of the deal. Again, St. Louis has a good minor league system. If the Rockies can get that money off and pick up at least two of those players, that's a good, that's a good thing. That's a good thing because obviously, the Rockies want to part ways and get that money off. Hopefully they use it and put it back into the team. Um, so, I just want to hear your thoughts. Another thing, what I've been warning you guys about in my past videos, Another team that has checked in with the Rockies is the Atlanta Braves. Like I keep telling you, they're very sneaky. Now they're saying that it's a long shot. They feel like they don't have the, or they're willing to part with the prospects of what the Rockies want. They're saying the Rockies want a lot. So, but you never know. It's like I always tell you about the Braves. I've been saying in my past couple of videos, they're very sneaky, very sneaky. And I've been hearing that they're looking to upgrade the offense. They have that those top four hitters, but me personally, a lot of people, oh, their lineup, but they're not as deep. They're not as deep as the Mets. Their lineup is not as stretched out. I'm not saying the Mets having Okuna and Freddie Freeman, but they also don't have, that 6, 7, 8 like the Mets will have. And if there's a DH, ninth place hitter, and so on, and who will be playing DH for them? So we'll see. Keep an eye out on the Braves. Don't sleep on them. Also, too, St. Louis offered a contract to Yadier Molina, a 1-year deal. After it was said last week that he was thinking of retiring. Those guys, like Yadier, they don't want to go to another team. I was hoping the Mets were interested. I know he was older. This is before McCann. But he's such a great leader, Yadier. He's a beast. That even with the bat, he comes through clutch with his hits and an occasional home run. He was a guy that I was hoping the Mets. But those guys, St. Louis, they treat them well. The fan base there is great, and like I said, they always compete. It's very rare you see the Cardinals with a bad season, under 500. They're always winning 80 plus games. So we'll see what happens. Also, too, Ken Griffey Jr. has joined the MLB front office in a role. From what I understand, it's a role of like showing the front office how they can recruit minorities to baseball, some type of role like that, which is great. Ken Griffey Jr. was like the Michael Jordan uh, for baseball. When he was around, everybody loved Ken Griffey Jr. Man, that swing, that smile he had. Towards the end of his career, I felt like he was criticized a little bit. Um, Guy went through major injuries. I mean, who's not gonna get cranky over those types of things? He went through a lot his last 4 or 5 years as far as the injury bug and some freaky injuries, especially that one in Cincinnati, I believe, with the ankle. Um, so we'll see what happens with these deals. Hopefully, I'll be able to make a video later on with some great news for the Mets or any signing or any trade that goes through. So I just want to thank you for coming to my channel. Again, St. Louis Cardinal fans, Colorado Rocky fans, let me hear how excited you are about this possible deal. Leave a comment. You can ask me any question you want. This is not just about Mets baseball, but all of MLB. All right. So I just want to thank you. Like and subscribe. Over and out. Let's go Mets.